Good afternoon, lovely people, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. We're here in Girona, the bike capital of Europe, and I'm on my rooftop on this sunny afternoon. I'm going to be building up this bike. It's my old junior racing bike, a giant TCR. It's a fun little bike. It doesn't need to be the fastest bike out there, although it's going to be freaking fast with these Zip 1080 wheels. Got a 1142 on there. I'll show you some parts on the table right here in a minute. But before we go on with the build, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my plans and ideas for the coming years. Because you might have seen that I'm stopping road racing in the World Tour. Because it just got a little bit out of hand for me. And I lost the love for the sport a little bit. Not the sport as in cycling, but the sport as in racing 75 days a year, having your whole life controlled by the sport. So I decided to step out of it, and I'm really happy I did. Still every day I'm thinking 100% this was the best decision I could make. So yeah, that's no regrets in that. But yeah, I still love riding bikes, especially here in Girona, getting out there for long hours on a gravel bike with friends. For me, those are the best days, and yeah, no one's taking that away from me. So yeah, I've been thinking, what can I do with bikes that still interests me? And as you might have seen on my Instagram over the last couple of weeks, I've enjoyed building bikes a lot in the past. I still do to this day, as you can see with this one. And I've been thinking what I want to do with bikes. Do I want to go on with racing in a Asian Conti team? Do I want to turn myself into a gravel pro? But it didn't feel completely right with me. So I started thinking about testing bikes. Not just testing bikes, doing a little spin around town with them and writing an article about it. But I wanted to test bikes in races. So the actual thing. If a brand comes out with a new bike, I can come, test it out for a couple weeks, and then do a race on them. So you have the actual feeling of how a bike is supposed to be under the real conditions. I talked about it with Wielerflits, and they were actually super enthusiastic about it as well. So I'm going to be working with them. Furthermore, also, if there's any companies that are interested in working with me personally, I'm always open, and I'm lucky enough that there's already a bike on the way from a special company that saw that I was interested in testing bike after I mentioned it in interview with Rouleur. So yeah, that's my plan for next year and also for the coming years. So I can still be active with riding bikes, with racing, but it doesn't necessarily has to be the best results that counts. I can do it for fun when I want to be fit and go for a result. I can do it when I want to, but I don't have to, and that gives me a nice feeling. So that's plan A. There's another plan. I will tell you a bit more about it later. But first, let me show you a little bit about this bike build because it's really cool. So up here we have my giant TCR. I raced it as a under 17 and I think also my first year junior. It had a white paint scheme from Rabobank, but I didn't like it that much after a year. So I stripped it down to the naked carbon, bought some shiny stickers, and it looks like this now. It's completed by a Zip 1080 wheel set with a 1142 cassette on there, and then on the front we got a 52 chainring on a super shiny crankset I found on AliExpress. Most of the other parts I had laying around the house. And then for the cockpit we've got this super sexy Darimo stem with a Ritchie flat bar. I just wanted it to be a fun bike. Didn't need to be a race bike, didn't need to be hella fast. I just wanted to enjoy riding it and look good. So today's sponsor of the video, BBB Cycling. They sent me over their beautiful bottom bracket tool. No, that's a joke. I'm not a pro YouTuber yet. But I'm gonna be working with BBB next year. I'm gonna be one of their ambassadors, riding around in their products, helmet, clothing, tools, and whatnot. They have a big selection, so I'm happy to have them on board for next year. So the bike is as good as built. I'll do the final touches off camera so I can concentrate a bit better and make it a safe bike as well. But I still owe you my second plan. This has to do with a Dutch athlete who is blind. He cannot see. And he called me up the other day and said, "Hey Ide, I'm looking for a new pilot, mainly for the 2028 Olympics in LA. And I want to work with you towards this new goal." And well, we had a couple of chats and we really got along well. So I said, hey, why not? It's actually everything I look for in cycling. Get fit a couple times a year. Race, still on a super cool level, but not the level of the World Tour. Go to amazing events. And yeah, get fit, but not 90% of the year, but just 3 to 4 times a year. And I'm super motivated to get the most out of myself and get fit when there's a big race coming up. The other day we did a bike ride together and we had a good fun. Super nice guy. So I look forward to this a lot and see what the future brings. So together with testing bikes in events for myself and yeah, riding on the tandem together with Tristan from 27 year on, because in 2026 I still need to have a year of break from professional racing before I can go to the real events together with Tristan. So that's not possible, but from 2027 on I'll be also doing some tandem races together with Tristan, and we're gonna work towards the Paralympics of 2028. So yeah, with that note, I'd like to end the video. I hope you like the bike. Maybe when it's completely finished, I will add a couple photos of the complete build, as it's not 100% done yet. But I hope you enjoy the video. Please be kind, as it's just my first YouTube video ever. If you have any comments or tips, let them know in the comments. But yeah, that's it. The sun is setting down here in Girona. I just finished the bike build. Super happy how it turned out. Just a freaking beast. Look at it. Haha. Even in this light, it's even more beautiful. I love how the stem bar combo turned out. The wheels are just absolutely amazing. What a view. What a place to build a bike.